So this camera right here, this is the first camera I ever took pictures with. I think I was 7 or 8 years old when I actually started shooting with this thing. And it's still here with me after all these years. I've kept it and I will never sell this camera because of its sentimental value, of course. But this is obviously not my all-time favorite camera. I mean, it's a 35mm point and shoot camera. Come on, how can it be my all-time favorite, right? So the first ever DSLR that I owned was a Canon Rebel T5 with the kit lens, the 18-55. This camera basically, and I gave it to a girl that I fell in love with. And if you're watching this, you can keep it. I don't regret giving it to you. It's yours to keep. I've also owned a 5D Mark II, a 5D Mark IV, a 6D Mark II, and I recently got an R6 Mark II, which I really didn't like. I mean, that thing seriously felt like a toy. I mean, I think it's even smaller than this camera right here. Yeah, a small camera is good. It's lightweight, it's whatever, but it actually felt like a toy. I mean, imagine going to a photo shoot with that thing and the client is like, well, why didn't you just bring your iPhone? That's hilarious, right? It doesn't matter if you, I don't know, stick a big lens on it. It still is a toy, a very small camera. A camera you really cannot say looks professional. I mean, take a look at it besides my 5D Mark IV right here. It has a huge lens on it. It has the 70-200 Sigma lens with the EF to RF adapter, but it still looks like a toy. I mean, it really doesn't matter what lens you put on it, it's still a toy. And of course, when it comes to colors, the R6 Mark II, when we say Canon colors, it wasn't really there, you know. The 5D Mark IV actually gives you more Canon colors than the R6 Mark II. It's like it's buried deep inside the raw files and you have to like dig it out with editing and everything. I want Canon colors straight out of camera, okay? So if I include this thing right here, I can say that I've been a Canon guy since I was 8 years old. And that's, I don't know, 20 years ago. But I've been a photographer, as they say, for like 10 years now. And all of my cameras are now gone. I sold all of them, the 6D Mark II, the R6 Mark II, the 5D Mark IV. I've only kept 2 cameras. One of them is this one, of course. And the other one is this one. Yeah, so this is the original 5D, the 5D Mark I, and it was released in 2005. And the specs on this camera is a 12 megapixel full frame sensor, and that's it. I mean, this thing doesn't even have live view. You know what live view is, right? Like you can see through the lens with the LCD on the back of the screen. It doesn't have that. The only way to compose your shots is actually through the viewfinder. And it obviously doesn't shoot video. It's a photo camera only. So the one I got right here, I got a nifty 50 on it, the 50mm f1.8, like the cheapest prime lens you can basically buy. And also a battery grip, which I really like. I mean, you go to a photo shoot with this setup and they're like, okay, that's a photographer. You know what I'm saying? That camera, that's a professional camera. And why I love this camera so much, you may ask? It's just the colors. It's just the colors that it produces. And also the noise. I mean, it's basically not noise, it's like film grain. I'm gonna put some examples here so you can see how the noise looks like and of course how the colors look like. It's perfect. It's just simply perfect. It's like a digital film camera. I mean, you get the looks of a film camera and you got the convenience of a digital camera, you know? It's perfect. I mean, when everybody talks about Canon colors, they're talking about the R5, the R3, maybe the 5D Mark IV, or maybe the 6D Mark II. That's when they say Canon colors. But when I say Canon colors, this is what I mean, okay? This is Canon colors. And you may ask, what about video? I mean, it's a photo only camera, right? Well, I'm actually thinking about grabbing a 1DC. That camera is also legendary. I mean, it shoots 4K videos back in this year, okay, when it was released. It's the first true hybrid camera. Of course, it doesn't have autofocus when it comes to video. I mean, the technology simply didn't exist back in those days. But autofocus is for children, right? And yeah, the 1DC, maybe add one of those old cine lenses from Canon with the EF mount. Add one of those lenses to it and you basically have a machine that can produce art without you doing anything extra. It's just perfect. I would also like to upgrade this setup as well. I mean, the Nifty 50 does the job pretty well, but to get the truly Canon colors that I'm talking about, I'm going to need an L lens and I'm going to buy a 50mm f1.2L and add it to this setup, and it's just going to look fantastic. The pictures are going to be just simply art. And of course, if we want to talk about the experience of photography with this camera, it has 9 focus points. It's the heaviest thing you've ever picked up in your life. I mean, I barely can handle this with one hand, but I really don't care about those things. Yes, the camera is as heavy as a car, and it's ridiculous, is slow as f. The images are what I care about when it comes to photography, not the experience of the shooting. Yes, the R6 Mark II was very easy to use, fast, accurate, I don't know, 400, 500, or even more, I don't remember, focus points. I mean, look at the blacks in this photo right here. Look how beautiful they're rendered. The blue of the sky, the reds, it's just perfect. This is what I'm talking about when I say Canon colors. And the thing is that, if I'm being honest, the Canon cameras of these days don't produce these colors anymore. I feel like Canon is slowly taking away Canon colors. The last camera that I used that had this kind of magic in it was the 5D Mark IV. I've never used the Canon R5, but that thing looks pretty good too. But I can easily say that the Canon colors are actually going away as time moves on. So yeah, I've basically decided to use this setup as my photography setup and a 1DC in the future as my videography setup, but only when it comes to creating art and videos and photos for myself. And when it comes to client work, I'm gonna grab a Sony. I actually recently rented a Sony a7 IV with a 90mm micro lens, and I'm gonna show you the footage right here. This is unedited and uncolor graded footage straight out of camera. It looks beautiful. It gets the job done perfectly. It's very convenient and it's very easy to use. And actually, it's not the same story with the R6 Mark II that looked like a toy. I mean, yes, the a7 IV is actually a very small camera. I think it's the same size as the R6 Mark II, but everybody knows a Sony camera is a good camera, and the one who's holding it is a professional photographer or a videographer. I mean, just think about it, an a7 IV with a battery grip on it, and that new lens that Sony just released. the 28 to 70 f2. I mean, one of the only reasons that I couldn't convince myself to switch to Sony was the Canon RF 28 to 70 f2L, and now Sony has one too, and that's perfect. So yeah, that's my go-to setup: the A7 IV, a battery grip, and the new 28 to 70 f2. That's the perfect run and gunning shooting camera setup. But if there are no clients involved, I'm using this. I'm using this camera with a 50mm f1.2L. This is the camera that I'm going to use, because this camera produces art. This camera makes me want to shoot, you know? I love capturing photos with it. I love the colors it produces. I love the way the camera body actually looks. I mean, the performance is yeah, but I don't care. The images that this thing produces is just perfect. It's exactly how I want them to be. So that's it. The original 5D is my all-time favorite camera. And thanks for watching. And Happy New Year.